good evening, folks, and welcome to the Battle at the Gateway 100. As we're here with these Bluegrass boys tonight, got a couple of drivers already out on the track doing their qualifying laps. As we're gonna go right on board here with that Jason Bridges machine, that number 34. We've got a lot of drivers that are still eking to get up here in these points right now, as these drivers are looking to try to get a little bit of a headway here as we're going to a 1 mile track before we end up going to the break here for the Christmas break. So we see Jason Bridges right now currently setting himself in that 4th position. But right now we've got nobody out on track. As I say that, Travis Twitty setting a lap. He was all the way down there at the very bottom. Him and CJ Mason both out on the track right now. But also want to give a shout out to everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube, just to let everybody know, iRacing is having a little bit of an issue. So if you see drivers blinking in and out, that is something that was noted during the practice. There was a lot of drivers that were blinking out. As Travis Twitty setting that second time, he's going to be in that 16th spot. CJ Mason moved himself up into that 18th spot. As also what I was saying is we've got a little bit of an issue with the racing. So if you see drivers blinking in and out on the server, that is something that they noted earlier. So one of the things to look out for is if you see a lot of drivers blinking, do note that we know it's there, and we're hoping that it doesn't have any issues. We know there was a lot of storms in the Mid-East part, around Kentucky where Jason Collins and all them live. So prayers and thoughts and prayers go out to all the families that were out there. We're hoping everybody that I do know that I heard in the driver chat that there was only one driver that was really affected. I cannot remember his name. I was getting up to go make sure everything was set up and missed his name, but I heard that he was okay, so that is good. So nobody that was really in the Bluegrass area was affected by it. So that is good, but just so that way, if anything happens, that's what it is. We know what's going on. But right now, we're going to go ahead and get the championships point pulled up as nobody is out on the track. Just going to get it pulled up here. You got Doug Neal in the lead with Robert Richards in second. Daniel Worthington going to move himself up into that 3rd spot with Joey Doucette in 4th. CJ Mason in 5th. Bobby Hall Jr. going to be in that 6th spot. Logan Smith going to be in 7th. Scott Madden in 8th. Christopher Blanchard going to move himself up into that top 10 in that 9th spot. And then Jason Bridges, want to say your winner at Auto Club, I want to say. If I am wrong, I'll correct myself here in a little bit. Jason Bridges in that top 10. David Brackett in 11th. Ed Osborne 12th. Alex Healy going to be in 13th. He was your winner last week at Pocono. Logan Russell is tied with him for that 13th spot. So him and Alex Healy tied for 13th. Ron Morris Jr. in 15th. Wes Wiegand in 16th. Joshua Clemens 17th. Travis Twitty in 18th. And it's not going down. There's 2 more. As Josh McKinney was going to be in 19th and Taylor Peacock was in 20th. Don't know why it's not going down, but those are your 2 drivers that are going to be battling in that 20th spot. So the championship points are starting to really even themselves out. So we're going to see a lot of twists and turns here later on as we're going to Road America tomorrow night in the Xfinity and the Cup Series. So we've only got about 45 seconds left until the session starts. Doesn't look like any more drivers are going to be out on the track. So right now, Bobby Hall Jr. is going to set himself into the pole. Robert Richards in 2nd. Mikael Robinson in 3rd. Jason Bridges 4th. Logan Russell 5th. Cody Verrill in 6th. Doug Neal 7th. Daniel Worthington in that 8th position. Joey Doucette in 9th. Wes Wiegand in 10th. Anthony Stevens in 11th. Taylor Peacock 12th. David Brackett in 13th. Dakota Shepard in 14th. Christopher Blanchard in 15th. Travis Twitty 16th. Josh Clemens in 17th, CJ Mason 18th, Bobby Matashevsky in 19th, and Akamai Proctor in 20th.
tonight as our drivers are getting gridded up here for Battle at the Gateway, the Truck Series. You're only going to be the only series here at Worldwide. Excuse me for one moment. As they'll be the only vehicles here this week in the Bluegrass Series at Worldwide. Road America for the Xfinity N Cup Series tomorrow night and Wednesday, but tonight they will be at Worldwide here, the 1.25 mile oval. A very, very tricky track, as you'll see Bobby Hall Jr. picking up his pole position here tonight. Robert Richards, ever since he's picked up a couple podiums, he has been going with a lot of momentum. He is going to sit himself in that second place position.
All right, and Mikael Robinson going to set himself into that third spot with Jason Bridges going to pull himself into that fourth position. Logan Russell going to be in fifth with Cody Verrill in sixth.
Yeah, Doug Neal going to sit 77 in that seventh spot, so a lot of sevens right there. For Doug Neal, we'll see if that SMX machine can show that pace he's been showing all season. Then it's going to be Daniel Worthington. He's going to be lining up in that eighth spot. Joey Doucette going to be lining up in that ninth position with Wes Wiggin in that 10th spot. Anthony Stevens going to be lining up in that 11th position with Taylor Peacock in 12th. David Brackett 13th with Dakota Shepard in that 14th spot. Christopher Blanchard in that 15th position with Travis Twitty. Going to be lining up 16th here. Joshua Clemens going to be lining up in that 17th position with CJ Mason in 18th. Bobby Madusevsky going to be lining up 20th. 19th with Akamai Proctor lining up 20th. It looks like we're having some drivers blinking to the cameras here.
Jason Collins going to be in that 21st position. Logan Smith in 22nd. Yeah, having a lot of issues with the drivers. I see a lot of blinking going on there just a second ago, but we're going to go ahead and get it through. You got 22 of Logan Smith going to be, the 85 of Logan Smith going to be in 22nd. Brian Terry 23rd. Ron Morris Jr. going to be in 24th. Scroll down here. Ed Osborne in 25th. Josh McKinney 26th. Scott Madden 27th. Joshua Lockwood going to round out your field in that 28th position. I want to say Jason Collins is also having a little bit of a blink into, he's currently not showing up on the track, but the caution lights are still out. We're going to go around one more time. Do know they like to get all of the cars tucked up and everybody up to each other, so that way they make sure they have the best start for the fans. I know they love to have those restarts looking really good, so we're going to get everybody tightened up, go around one more time as I see Jason Collins, as he was driving during the race. Maybe he was just practicing doing race control tonight, I want to say. As I'm getting word
Jason is not racing.
Yeah, I heard you say he wasn't racing. So Jason Collins not racing tonight, so he is race control. So right now, Travis Twitty going to be sitting in the back of the field. I think he fell back a couple of positions, might have taken an EOL there, but Bobby Hall Jr. going to be leading this field to the green here next time around. You see the caution lights are out. Like we said, just remember, everybody's kind of blinking around, so if you see the camera kind of freaking out or doing a lot of crazy things, just remember iRacing being dumb. So just bear with us here tonight. We'll try to have the most fun that we can with what we're given.
Yeah, my STK is going absolutely crazy. I have to put it in the local right now. I have so many drivers blinking in and out. So we'll see what we got going here, as it looks like everybody is bunching up. Coming through the really weird 3 and 4, man. This track is one of those tracks that always gets me, as the pace car is going to be off. And we'll see the 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. and Robert Richards bring the field to green. We're about to see some good old short track racing, Chris. As into turns 1 and 2 for the first time tonight.
Woo!
Yeah, a little bit of a wiggle down there towards that Mikael Robinson machine. As Jason Bridges, he's setting himself up in 4th. Yeah, that 24 is looking good. Good to see Jason picking up some momentum, that 34 machine. After his first win at Auto Club, he's still rolling here strong. Or, excuse me, Nashville Super Speedway.
It was Nashville. That's what it was. Okay, so I was wrong on that. And I said this was a 1 mile track. I do apologize. It is a 1 1/4 mile. I said that earlier. That's my fault. But right now, look at that. Jason Bridges moving himself really good right now. Sitting pretty well, but Bobby Hall Jr. is starting to pull away from that 24 Mikael Robinson. Looks like 24 Mikael Robinson going to get around Robert Richards there on that first couple of laps, or that excuse me, that first lap. The 24 going to go ahead and get around the 48 of Robert Richards. We see a couple of trucks battling back here right now. You got the 77 of Doug Neal and that Simbox machine.
We got a wreck
Cautions out.
Coming out of two.
Whoa, big stack up there. A lot of drivers, See the 42 Ed Osborne up there blinking a little bit. See the 29 getting a little loose. I want to say the 99 was completely around there. See if we can go back and find out what happened. Oh, excuse me, it was the 72 of Matashevsky that was around.
Ooh, a lot of blinking for me. Ooh, 85 of Logan T. Smith got it in the back of the 38 machine, a bracket.
Whoa, David Brackett getting really loose there.
Oh, the 38 hit the 55, and that got him loose, and then that's when 85 came in and got the 38. You don't see it, but the 85 did make a little bit of contact with the 55.
Yeah, and then
he's going to hit the 72 of Bobby Matashevsky, yeah. Just Twitty and Co., all these guys that came up flying, do they get checked up before making any contact?
Yeah, you see Brian Terry there checking up. Twitty trying to get around it, but just checking up into the 42 Ed Osborne. 95 getting a little bit of damage.
Twitty got around some, yeah.
Yeah, Twitty did get around, so a little bit of damage from everybody, right but there, yeah, you're gonna have a couple of meatballs on the track. So the 19 down pit lane right now. Ed Osborne was in that.
That's with all the blinking that SDK or iRacing, excuse me, is having. We're just having a little bit of trouble getting it to go back live. I think we're back live now. Yeah, we're having just a bunch of issues with drivers blinking right there. I was seeing everything in like slideshow, man. It was bad. I want to apologize if I sound a little bit hoarse. Not sure why in the last 2 hours of the day my voice has decided to just go away, but it has. And if I do sound like I'm sick, I don't think I am. So yeah, I apologize about that. But just for some reason, I feel like I'm can't get my voice high up in the air, or I'm gonna sound like I'm squealing. So do apologize about that. But you know, other than that, we're gonna keep rolling here. As that 94 Bobby Hall Jr., that 24 of Mikael Robinson, gonna be bringing us back to the green here in just a moment after that caution. 1 second here, listening to race control.
Right now we're seeing that 94 on that inside lane. We're going to see if Bobby Hall Jr. has anything to give to that 24, or if Robert Richards, one of those drivers we know who's had a really good, solid couple of runs these last couple of weeks, if he's going to get up here and start mixing it up with these boys, or if Jason Bridges, who is a driver we've also seen do a lot of work up here in this front, he's going to be able to mess with them. So see if Twitty, we know Twitty had a little bit of an incident there just a second ago, but he still got his teammates up here in the front of the pack, so we'll see if anything's going. But green flag is out. We are back to green here at lap 5. See it. Whoa, Robert Richards giving a really good push there to that 94 Bobby Hall Jr. But Mikael, whoa, we got a wreck already.
Yeah, stack up.
Already big stack up. Oh my goodness.
What are the boys doing tonight, man? Come on. A lot of good race trucks just beat up right there for no good reason.
Looks like Daniel Worthington might have spun his tire. Dakota Shepard, excuse me.
All right. So it looks like somebody might have been on the rear end of the 113. Does he get pushed, or does he just spin him up? No, he got dumped. Yeah, I really don't think there's a reason to be that far up from that 81 machine. Sitting in that 10th spot, I don't know. It's just kind of You shouldn't really be sitting that close up. Kind of give that guy in front of you a little bit of space. Kind of, that old saying, don't push the pusher. It's kind of how it is when you're the 9th car, 8th, 10th car, whatever in line. You just kind of can't be that close. Yeah, he just dead sent him.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a checkup there in front of him. It's one of those things where you think everybody's going, and it happens. I mean, that is...
No. And I know it was nothing malicious by the 81, but, that just shows you got to give that driver in front of you just a little bit of space. I mean, these guys are spinning their tires, and that is another driver in front of you. Yeah, Taylor did just come over the radio, so that was on him.
Yeah, so nothing on that 81.
Yeah,
like I said,
he sounds super apologetic, Yeah, and even Daniel said it was just a big checkup. Like we said, nothing malicious. That's just why you got to give that driver, especially when you're a little bit farther back, just a little bit of room and just, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of give it that room, a breathing room. So if the driver in front of you doesn't get, if the driver in front of you doesn't get going all the way, you're not right up on his back bumper and spinning him like that. So.
Well, I will say, in the defense of the 81, a lot of stuff like that,
yeah.
On a short track race like this,
it's hard to avoid anything.
Yeah,
like
it's hard to avoid anything, especially when the way these trucks are set up, the gearing. You got a really high torque gearing on the first, 1 or 2 gears. You're having to, either start in second or in first. If you're starting in first, then you've got a lot of torque in those rear tires.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna, that rear end's gonna get up quick, and you're just, you're gonna if you got somebody checking up in front of you. It's just what happens, what you see right there. I can say I have been sitting in that race truck before, and that same thing happened to me.
Oh, I've done that same thing 100 times, yeah.
I've done it and had it happen to me, so I know exactly how Taylor Peacock feels, man. Don't hang your head too hard at it. It's just it's just one of those things that you got to learn from it, and just one of those like, all right, cool, I messed up. Let's just keep going. That's one of those things. So, hey, man, don't hang your head at it, Taylor. It ain't no big deal. It happens. As we're at lap 9 of 100 here. The pace lights are out. Want to give a big shout out to that Facebook, to that YouTube viewers. Just thank you for coming out here on this beautiful Monday night, as we're having a little bit of issues with iRacing here tonight. So just bear with us if you see anybody skipping or anything like that. Probably just going to be an iRacing issue. It is really bad tonight. The pace car is off. Bobby Hall Jr. going to be on the outside. Mikael Robinson got around him the last time. So let's see if the green flag is out. Let's see if we can get it going again. Looks like everybody getting it going right now. Yeah, everybody just kind of slowly getting into it. These front guys, though, really getting into it.
Bobby Hall Jr., big drive into 1 and 2.
Yeah, Bobby Hall Jr. trying to full send it, get that lap or that position back on that last lap when he lost it. So right now, Bobby Hall Jr. out to the lead. Let's see if Mikael Robinson looks like he's going to tuck back in behind that 94. So the 24 are going to tuck back in behind the 94. Robert Richards still sitting in that 3rd spot, starting to come under attack from that 34 of Jason Bridges. But the 11 of Cody Farrell still knocking all over that back bumper as well of that 34 Jason Bridges. But like we were talking about as well, Doug Neal in that 77 Sim box, he's starting to peek his nose up into it. So a lot of these drivers who, we're used to seeing up here in the front are up here in the front battling it out. But Bobby Hall Jr. starting to show that he's one of those short track guys. Even though this really isn't technically a short track, you have to get on the brakes really hard, so it's got that short track feel to it.
No, I like to consider this a short track bed. It's got that low banking, that, like you said, hard on the brakes. You really got to concentrate on the rhythm of the track. That very, very, very short track kind of style, and that's what I like about it. You're going to see that 24 start to dive it back behind that 94, as he is going to set the fastest lap of the session so far to 34.304. He's going to be driving up now behind that 94, as it looks like we've got a battle between Jason Bridges and Jason Bridges and Robert Richards. Or I should say that is Jason Bridges and Cody Verrill. Robert Richards is in front of them. Just the way I looked at a live time in there for a second, but too wide down the front straightaway. This is for that fifth position, that fifth and fourth position, that is. As you see that 77 of Doug Nill, who started this race in seventh, sitting in sixth, just kind of making his way. Ooh, a little loose there for the 34. As the high side Hustlers Motorsports, number 34 is going to sit himself in that fifth position currently. He's going to fall back behind that 11 of Cody Farrell. He's got Doug Nill now to deal with. Robert Richards still doing an excellent job of rolling in that third spot. Qualified second here tonight, but we know Robert Richards is probably enjoying the position he's sitting in currently at the moment. As we go back up here for that race for the lead, as that 24 now has shrunk that gap, as he was tight up on the back of that 94. That could have been a little bit of contact right there if the 94 was just a little bit tight, or got a little bit loose and had to check up. That 24 had a big drive in, and we're starting to see that 24 really apply that pressure and stick to the back of that 94.
Yeah, but look at that. The gap starting to slowly grow back out. Miguel Robinson had a really good run up to that back bumper. It looks like he's starting to get that momentum back up to that back bumper again. But I see in the Facebook chat, Jeremiah Hobbs saying happy to be spotting that fast number 24 tonight. Well, Jeremiah, stop paying attention to Facebook and pay attention to what's going on. Whoa, it looks like
95
the 95.
95
is blown up. Josh Lockwood. Oh, that is unfortunate for that 95. Having a lot of trouble here tonight. Oh my goodness, just probably got the front end into a little bit of trouble, and just unfortunately having to pull it to the hauler. That 95 J2R machine just looks like it's had a better day.
Man, unfortunate for Lockwood.
Yeah, honestly, if anybody could see Josh right now, they are actually doppelgangers. They look just alike. I swear Josh and Josh Lockwood look pretty much exactly the same. So it's always funny. Every time I see his picture, I'm like, oh my goodness, it looks like Josh. I'm like, wait, that's not my Josh. That's another Josh. But anyway, we'll get back to the race. It looks like Mikael Robinson's starting to fall off just a little bit more now. Bobby Hall Jr. got about a half a second gap. Akamai Proctor going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane. Probably going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that pit cycle. I want to say it is lap 20 for the the stage break here tonight. Bobby Hall Jr. looking for his I want to say this is his second or third win. I'll have to go and look at the stats. I do apologize. I had everything pulled up and accidentally closed everything right before the race. But Bobby Hall Jr. looking really strong out here in the front. Mikael Robinson looking like he's not trying to let that 94 get too far out ahead of him. Right now we're going back here with that 19 of Christopher Blanchard. He's falling back 3 positions. Just kind of go through the field right now. Cody Farrell starting to attack that 77 of Doug Nill. But he's got that 16 of Joey Doucette all over that back bumper. So Doug Nill starting to come under attack from that Joey Doucette machine, who had a win at Homestead, and then I can't remember the other one that he won. Oh, I need to pull this up.
Joey Doucette definitely won at Nashville, and Jason Bridges won at Auto Club. I was right about him being in Auto Club. And it was Ron Morris Jr. at Daytona. Not Bobby Hall Jr. You've got the two juniors mixed up, buddy.
Yeah, I have got everything mixed up right now. I'm trying to get my stats pulled back up. Right now we're going to go through the field. Whoa, look at that. The 11 of Cody Farrell got passed by the 16 of Joey Doucette. I just saw it happen on the ticker, so I went back there, seeing what was happening with that Misfit Motorsports number 16. See him battling for that 6th position with that 11 of Cody Farrell. Cody Farrell still all over that back bumper, though. Team 207 looking pretty strong here tonight. You got 2 drivers up in the top 10 with Cody Farrell and Logan Russell right now sitting in that, and David Brackett unfortunately having a little bit of unfortunate turn of events tonight. Currently just sitting back in that 25th spot. Just unfortunate for him. Going back up here, that gap starting to slowly grow between Bobby Hall Jr. and Mikael Robinson. Now up to a half a second gap. Now up to 6 tenths of a gap. Robert Richards about 2.5 seconds back, so really slowing down for that 48 machine. But the 34 Jason Bridges has fallen back just a little bit too. I know this this track can be very demanding on these drivers. You know, these long back straightaways, you have a little bit of a chance to kind of, you know, take a break and relax, and you got to get really hard into the brakes, really focus. You know, if these drivers are downshifting or not, that really depends on their driving style. I know later on, once these drivers start wearing those tires down, they're going to end up starting to probably downshift, but we'll see later if they do. But right now, you see Mikael Robinson getting really loose coming out of turn 2, so wonder if the tires are starting to affect these drivers.
Yeah, almost positive they've been downshifting in 1 and 2 since the start, close to the start of the race. So we're starting to see these drivers stretch this lead out now. That 94 Bobby Hall Jr. is starting to move his way out a little bit as he's wanting to pick up win number 1 this season. So it's one of those things here. We should see stage break though relatively soon. Feels like we got a bunch of guys down pit road though this time. Cody Vero, Logan Russell, Josh Clemens all down pit road. So I say a lot of them, but 3 of them.
Yeah, as right now the 94 is starting to or trying to hold that that track position that he has gained up on that 24. But the 24 doing a good job holding on to that 94. Like I said, I've been in this seat. It can be mentally draining. This track definitely, when you get done, your arms will feel like noodles. I wonder how many of the drivers after this race will start talking about, you know, it was just, you know, mentally draining. It was, you know, it just screwed with your mind. You know, it's just one of those things where your arms get really tired. Wonder how many drivers are going to have that fatigue set in. It's going to be something that you'll see, as it looks like a lot of drivers still haven't come down pit lane at lap 25. So down to your 9th position, has not come down pit lane. You're going to see a lot of drivers spread out here tonight. This is one of those tracks that you'd have a lot of spread out driving. So it's just going to be one of those things where you just kind of got to ride and hope that you're faster than the driver in front of you.
Yeah, it's really hard to stay patient at a track like Worldwide. You just always want to make that. It sounds like 77 to Doug Neal going to come down this time. I want to say Joey Doucette is as well. Yeah, the 16 and the 77 both going to make their way down pit road. But one of these tracks, it's just really hard to stay patient at. You just want to constantly make that pass when you're riding on someone's back bumper. But it can be kind of hard. You know, this isn't a single lane track by any means, but it's definitely one of... Lap 39 for the stage. Pits will close, so...
Yeah,
well, pits will close at lap 39 for the stage, I should say. But Bobby Hall Jr., man, doing an excellent job right now. He's just been really keeping the pace of the race and just kind of holding it. And he has been that guy that's just kind of been up there in control of this race. As you see some of these drivers coming down, or out of pit road, excuse me. So I wonder how long Bobby and Mikael will go. Robert Richards and Jason Bridges, CJ Mason, Dakota Shepard still haven't pitted. That just be, you know, I'm just more interested to see how long they're going to stretch their fuel here and their tires. I mean, the stage will come around the lap 40-41 area, so... the stage, or where the pits closed in 11 laps. I'm just very interested to see how long Bobby, Mikael, Robert, and Jason, Dakota Shepard as well, are going to stretch this fuel and tires. 24 as well, or excuse me, not as well, but coming down pit road.
So Bobby Hall Jr. going to elect to stay out at least for a couple more laps. He's got the 76 in front of him. So Ron Morris Jr. going to put him a lap down. Also got the 22 up in front of him as well. That's going to be Scott Madden. So right now that 94 is starting to get up into that lap traffic, starting to peek his nose up into something that might slow him down. We see Jason Bridges trying to hang on to that little bit of track position. As we see Robert Richards now coming down pit lane. Mikael Robinson on his way out. Travis Twitty losing a couple of spots. He's currently down pit lane right now. Robert Richards, like we said, he's coming down pit lanes. But Bobby Hall Jr. had a lot of lap traffic now.
Big 94 coming down.
Yeah, with all that lap traffic in front of him, he's gonna start losing a lot of time trying to juggle them. Might as well go ahead and pull the trigger, come down pit lane. Let's see if Jason Bridges, he's gonna decide to stay out at least one more lap. I was wondering if any drivers were gonna come down that little section right there that Jason Bridges just passed. You know, because you can't enter that into pit lane, but if you do hit it a wrong way, it gives you a penalty. So, or you can hit it the wrong way and hit the yellow cone. So don't really see a lot of drivers do that. I was wondering if any drivers are going to do that, but Bobby Hall Jr. down pit road, that 55 of CJ Mason, a pit strategy guru. CJ Mason is in that 55. See him pull down pit lane in that festive 55.13 speed, doing a good job here in that fourth spot. But Jason Bridges led a lap here at lap 32, so we're going to stay out at least for one more. Let's see if that 34 has anything in that shop for him. But right now, he's got a 15-second gap between him and second place. Brian Terry is a 12-second gap between him and second place. Brian Terry currently sitting in third spot. Good on Brian Terry, doing a good job up 20 spots right now. Came down pit lane at lap 7, but was involved in a little bit of incident early on. So
Jason Bridges in this time.
A little bit of rear end damage, but like you heard, Jason Bridges coming down pit lane.
Maruszewski and Terry should be able to make it to the stage. I want to say Brian Terry, I mean, he pitted at lap 7 into that first caution. He should be able to make it on fuel, I want to say. I think Maruszewski might have to save just a little bit, but he should be able to make it as well, as he's got Bobby Hall Jr. all over his back bumper. Brian Terry does.
Yeah, I said lap 40 was the stage earlier. I accidentally meant lap 20. So, I said lap 20 earlier. I meant lap 40. So lap 40 is the stage break. So you've got the 72 of Matuszewski currently in the lead, but Jason Bridges still sitting down pit lane, Josh. Right tire or left tire's up. So gonna go with a 4 and fuel. Jason Bridges on his way out right now. So Matuszewski, yes, like you said, Josh, should have enough fuel to make it to the stage. So we'll see if the chef can chop up the competition.
Brian Terry in this time.
And do that, or if Brian Terry coming down pit lane, or see if he's got enough fuel. Bobby Hall Jr. might actually pass him if Matuszewski can't do anything with it.
We'll see if Matuszewski now has to come down. I thought Brian Terry was going to make it pitting on lap 7, but obviously not. I don't think Shevsky's going to make it unless he's just saved a lot, as the Don is all over his rear bumper trying to get that lap back. It's Akamai Proctor who's trying to find his way around here. He was involved in that first caution.
Big drive in there from Akamai. Just want to give a big shout out to him. Always watching the streams whenever he can. We always appreciate Akamai every time he shows. So Matuszewski only has 4 laps to the good. We'll see if he has the pace to do it. But right now, you see a lot of drivers getting around him. The 9 getting around, Akamai Proctor getting around him. The 29 of Travis Twitty also getting around, getting that lap back. So a lot of those drivers wanting to get up there, get that lap back, have a driver that's a little slower on that pace so they can come down pit lane, get that fuel and tires, and get back out there, get that lap back. So They are trying to hold on to that lead lap now, as it looks like Matuszewski getting a little bit of a run. We're going to go through the field, see if we've got some battles going on, as it looks like Jason Bridges going to be battling it out with that 19 to Christopher Blanchard. See him take the inside run. Really big run there from that 34. Whoa, looks like Josh McKinney around.
And they're going to use this as the stage, Chris.
Yeah, Josh
the
McKinney.
43 had... Woody and McKinney made contact, it seems. Man, they're blinking out for me, so I can't see this.
Yeah, as it looks like Twitty just got in there just a little hot on that quarter panel. He's going to send the 43 around. So Josh McKinney having a little bit of a fender bump there from that 29. Just looks like the 29 might have just drove it in a little hot. We know Travis is one of those guys. He's not going to do anything nefarious when it comes out on the track. So just probably a little bit of overzealous. Yeah, it looks like a little wiggle there from that 43 as he was going down and just got into that quarter panel. The 29-43 bumped into it. And there you go. You see the second bump, the 43 going up into the wall, the 29. Gonna get around him. Could have been worse though. I know the 43, he's not happy about it though.
They will deem that Travis Twitty's fault. He will get an end-of-line penalty. We will have an interview with that stage winner, Bobby Matuszewski, here in just a moment, as he's going to pull his way down. And I'm pretty sure that 72 loving the fact that stage ended just a few laps early if he was close on fuel, as he's going to pull into his pit stall. We'll see if the chef can get out first, as we're going to watch this race off of pit road here. Bobby Hall Jr. going to get into his pit stall. Mikhail Robinson, Robert Richards also right there as well. He's the 9 of Akamai Proctor. He's going to make his way out, it looks like. But I want to say Akamai might be a lap down. Nope, Bobby Hall got him. Bobby Hall got him.
Yeah, it looks like Bobby Hall going to beat Matuszewski out of the pit lane. A good pit stop there from the chef. Jason Bridges is going to pull out in third place. So it looks like we've got a good run up here in the front.
All right, and we're going to go ahead and bring up the 72 of Matuszewski. Have a word with the chef. Bobby Matuszewski, Chris, and Josh Peer in the Bluegrass. Pete, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Man, oh man, good little stage right there from the 72 machine. Started in 19th and finished that stage in first. And after that little bit of a race off a pit road right there, you're going to come out in second right here behind Bobby Hall Jr. You're going to pick up the Blanchard's toe and stage break. And, hey, you're looking pretty good there tonight in that 72 machine.
Yes, sir. This I don't know if I have the speed with these leaders, but that caution came out on that restart, and I quickly darted down pit road, took fuel only, and saved about as much as I could. I was clutching in almost start finish on the front stretch there, and I probably would have ran out had it not been for that caution, but I was full sending it.
That's what we were saying. I was thinking it was probably going to be close for that 72 since Brian Terry pitted, and he pitted I think 5 laps later than you, so I knew it was going to be close. But hey, you still made it work, man. That caution came back, got a little bit of the racing god luck there, and you picked up the stage win. And hey, got to say it was a good job by you, and the full send worked, Bobby. And congratulations, buddy, on that stage victory. And we'll let you get back going here, and we're looking forward to what that 72's got for us in the rest of this race here at Worldwide.
Sounds good. Thank you. Let's see if I can sweep it today.
Heck yeah, man. We'll see if we can get some good pit strategies for you. But hey, again, congratulations on that stage victory, buddy. We'll let you get back to your team here. And always a pleasure talking to the chef, and thank you for your time, man.
Sounds good. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, and that was Bobby Matuszewski, your stage winner. As you heard right there, he was thinking he was probably going to run out if that caution didn't come out, and that's what I was thinking as well. as that 72 Kellogg's machine will start on this outside lane here of the 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. As if these drivers get clean here off the start, we're going to get these volumes, go ahead and get them cranked up. We're going to go and step away for a moment and allow you to enjoy these beautiful sights, sounds, and camera views from the worldwide technology here, or Raceway here, as we're going to get the volumes cranked up and get this LNS Customs loud pedal going to you here, as the pace car is going to bring the turn, or the cars through turns 3 and 4 and to this restart. We're going to take that left turn here in just a moment, as Bobby Hall Jr. going to bring the field back to the green flag. Enjoy these sights and sounds brought to you by LNS Customs as we go to a loud pedal. Looks like the caution is brought back out here. Wreck on the front straightaway. Looks like it, yeah, might have been that CJ Mason machine, as that's what Chris was saying there under the brake right there. We'll see if that 40, what happened to that 55, excuse me. Oh, it looks like he just got big loose coming off of 4. Ooh. Bam, big shot to the inside wall.
See if he collects anybody else. Oh, Travis Twitty, it looks like got into somebody. Oh, the 29, looks like he blinks just there for a little bit. We'll see. Maybe that blink saved him. Maybe it looks like he gets into the side of the 22 of Scott Madden. Yeah, Scott Madden looks like he's got a lot of damage. You see a little bit of blinking there from that 29. So yeah, just a lot of iRacing issues. But the 55 of CJ Mason just coming out of turn 4, getting the rear tires just a little heated up, getting it around. You know, cold tires. You get those tires changed, come out. And then the rear end just wants to come out from under you. So 55 just, you know, doing a self-spin there.
Yeah, CJ Mason just killed that race truck, too. Looks like Maldashevsky's going to come down pit road and grab some fuel. A couple drivers taking some fuel strategy here, it looks like. Cody Verrill, Josh Clemens, Scott Madden all going to come down pit road. I want to say Scott Madden probably going to come down and maybe get some damage repair on that 22 Portland Pale L machine. As Travis Twitty, Robert Richards, and Akamai Proctor also going to make their way down pit road.
Yes, Travis Twitty looks like he's driving a Pale Ale beer can.
Through that.
Akamai Proctor down pit lane. You see him getting out, just maybe a little bit of damage assessment and fuel there. CJ Mason still down pit lane. Looks like Josh Clemens was just on his way out. Robert Richards on his way out. Akamai Proctor now on his way out. Yeah, Scott Madden just taking a little bit of damage, a little bit of fuel, maybe a little bit of contact there from that Twitty machine. Oh, that machine's just all kinds of tore up. All right, and here at lap 46, going to go ahead and take it to a side-by-side. So enjoy these word from our sponsor. We'll be right back.
And as we are back live here, the race trucks 2 wide now, getting ready to go back to the green flag here. Battle at the Gateway, or Worldwide, or Battle at Gateway, yeah, that's what it was. My fault. As we'll see Jason Bridges now for the first time tonight line up in that second lane on the outside on this restart. See how well he'll be able to do. With that 34 high side Hustlers Fanatec machine, as the iRacing pace car safely going to exit the track and get down pit road. As green flag is out, Bobby Hall Jr., that inside lane, great restart. As at 16 of Joey Doucette now going to come, as we're 2 laps away from the halfway point of this race. Looks like we've got a train of cars. Mikhail Robinson took a shot from West Wigan.
Ooh, seeing a lot of shaking there. The 88 still all over that back bumper, trying to help push that 24. Maybe trying to make up for what that little bit of a bump there. That was a really big shot there from that 88 machine. We're gonna go back up here front. It looks like Bobby Hall Jr. settling himself out into the lead. He's got the 34, Jason Bridges, that high side hustler's number 34. He's not one of those drivers that's like, you know what, I'm gonna hang back here in the back. He's gonna get up here in the front, start dominating. He's already up here at lap 50 in that second position. So now he's just got to catch that 94. So that 34 doing a good job up here in that second position, and then go back here to that third spot. Joey Doucette. He's got that Jeremiah Hobbs machine, that 10 from the Xfinity Series in his ear. It looks like Cody Barrow went off track. Robert Richards also. Yeah, a couple of drivers down into the grass. They're down in the grass off of the racing service, so yellow flag won't come out. Let's see if that 11's going to get it pulled around. Yeah, going to bring the caution out there, getting it out onto the track, so the caution going to come out here at lap 51. Looks like Cody Barrow and Robert Richards. Yeah, it looks like Cody Barrow and Robert Richards. Go back and see if we can see what happened with those 2 trucks. Boop. That's all it takes. Just a little bit of a boop. You see the 48 checking up just a little bit. 48 is going to go around off the front bumper of Cody Barrow. Cody Barrow not going to get out of it. He's going to push that 48 down in the grass, and then that's when you're going to see him spin. See the 11 go around there, and then he's going to get it turned around, pull it back up out of the track. That's going to pull out the caution there. So just a little bit of a drive in there from that 11. Got to the back bumper. That's something. It's kind of a little bit of a theme that we're seeing here tonight. It's just a lot of drivers driving it in really hard. That is something that has to do with a track like this. You see that big bump. There you go. Goes around. Cody Barrow getting into the door there, spinning around. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's hard to tell other drivers, you know, braking zones, when they're going to get on the brakes, when they're going to do all that stuff. So that's one of those things that comes with, you know, a track like this. You know, Worldwide is a beast to tame. You know, they say Darlington is, you know, too tough to tame, but I'll say this track is definitely really tough. Is the 24 going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane? Logan Russell, Travis Twitty, Brian Terry, Christopher Blanchard, and Cody Barrow all down pit lane as well. '29 Travis Twitty down pit lane. He's on his way out. The 19 of Christopher Blanchard coming into pit lane right now. So that Twitty machine only down for 5 seconds. You see, it looks like maybe missed pit lane there was that 19 of Christopher Blanchard. But coming out in that 14th spot is Mikhail Robinson. So he's got a lot of work to make up. Saw him get that really big shot there from that 88. So gonna have to see if he's got it left in that truck. But Bobby Hall Jr. still out in the lead. And here at this next green flag, try to go to another LNS Customs loud pedal, so that way you can get all of your favorite drivers in the zone. We'll go through the cameras. You can see all your drivers from all kinds of different cameras. So try to do it here again at this next green flag if these drivers can keep it going green. But no, just kidding. All these drivers doing a good job. This track, like we said earlier, is one hell of a one hell of a beast to tame. It's no Darlington. Darlington is definitely a lot harder. I will give it that. But this is another
tough
beast within
track.
itself.
Oh yeah, this is a tough track. It definitely takes a will, man, to get around here. Because not only are you you're cranking on that wheel all night, you're shifting. I mean, you got to think about that. You're shifting down in a lot of these corners, not necessarily the what you're used to.
Yeah, when we go to that loud pedal, just make sure you listen to the drivers, how they get on the pedal, how they have to brake, how they have to really get on the brakes here in turn 3. That's something you really have to notice. Turn 3, you have to get on the brakes a lot harder than turn 1. Turn 1's got a lot more banking on it. Turns 3 and 4 is a little flatter, so it's a little harder. You have to get into the brakes a lot harder. You have to coast a lot. So just listen to that braking zone. That's going to be the one thing that's key is how hard these drivers have to get on those brakes and how they really have to get these trucks wound down after 2 straightaways of really wide open racing.
Oh yeah.
But the pace lights are out here at lap 55. Looks like Christopher Blanchard's going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane again. Might just be trying to get as much fuel in that truck as he can. Wants to be as good off as he can. So the 19 pulling it down pit lane right now again in his pit stall. They got Anthony Stevens currently sitting in his pit stall. Looks like he's been in there for a little bit. Oh, bad damage on that 58. Unfortunate for that 58 machine. Josh Lockwood, also one of those drivers, blew his engine earlier. Unfortunate for that 95 machine. Christopher
Not a
Blanchard.
lot of damage to that 95 when he blew up. I wonder if he just hit it in the right spot, Chris.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he hit it in the right spot, because this is one of those tracks that if you put a lot of tape on the, well, no, wait, this is fixed setup. Never mind. Yeah, might have just hit it in the wrong spot, bent it up, bent the cooling ducts or whatever in it, and just really sent it. But like we said, we're gonna go to an L&S Customs loud pedal here, so get your full screens ready as we go to another L&S Customs loud pedal here at lap 55. Green flag is out. Just take it to the L&S Customs loud pedal. caution is out here at lap 60. We'll see what happened to check and see. It looks like CJ Mason around again. Let's go back on board here with that 55, see what happened. Damn, it looks like he was coming down pit lane already. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do see.
I'm sorry, Chris. CJ just came over the radio and said, I ain't never painting this Christmas truck again. Oh, man. That was funny. That was funny. Blame the skin, not the driver, you know? I ain't never painting this Christmas truck again. That was a good one. As Doug Neal now going to be out in the lead. As it looks like we had some drivers come down pit road. As I see Bobby Hall Jr., Bobby Matuszewski, Jason Bridges, Wes Wiggin, Brian Terry, Dakota Shepherds, and Scott Madden all making their way out of pit road currently.
It always feels like every time we go to a loud pedal, they want to get rowdy.
Oh, they do, but hey, we got a good little bit of time out of that one, so I'm satisfied with the amount of laps we got out of it, and we'll get back to some green flag racing here. Whoa, is my game just completely... Oh, I see what I did. I hovered over the go back to desktop button in the bottom right of Windows, and it just completely minimized everything, and I thought everything on my computer crashed, but either way, this is where these boys are going to start cranking it up. As I just want to say a big shout out to the Facebook and YouTube chat. Thank you for all the fans, the Bluegrass faithful that are here week in and week out that have joined us tonight, especially here tonight on a beautiful Monday at the awesome worldwide technology here for the battle at the Gateway. As you're going to see that 77 of Doug Neal leading these boys currently, but got to say, if you're on that YouTube chat, say what's up to us. It's been one of those races where we've seen a lot of position changes. Make sure to give your 2 cents. We like to see what you guys are thinking, and tell us what drivers you think you're looking forward to make the moves here in this latter half as we're under 40 laps to go here. And tell us what you think is going to be the outcome of this race. How many more cautions do you think we have, and do you think we're going to see one of the Bluegrass OGs in Doug Neal or Joey Doucette, or do you think we're going to see one of the newer drivers come and try to pick up one of their first wins of the season? And if you're on that Facebook as well, give us your input as well. We're excited to hear what the fans got to say. And make sure, as always, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, YouTube, so you know when we go live. Share us out to your friends. And if you're on that Facebook, make sure to share us out right now on your feed. Tag us, tag your friends, tag anybody. We're wanting to know who's watching, and we'll get more fans watching out there. We need some more of those Bluegrass faithful. It's always fun putting these shows on for you guys and seeing new faces every week, guys and gals. It's awesome to see, just new faces, new people, and overall, just build a new fan here in Bluegrass. An awesome series that's been just doing excellent through these past couple weeks. I want to say this has been the most cautions we've had in the
Really
the past 3-4 weeks. So this
also
has been a oh, sorry, Chris.
Oh, I was gonna say real quick. I did get confirmation it was Alex Healy who was affected by the tornadoes there. So next Monday night they're gonna do a race to help him out. $20 to enter, and all proceeds go to Alex and help him with home repairs and everything that happened with him. So we're gonna be having a race next Monday in the Bluegrass Series. $20 to enter. All proceeds go to Alex. Helps him with his house and everything that he lost. So hopefully he is doing good out there. He was the winner last week at Pocono.
Yeah, he
was. Big shout out to him. Hope everything's going well if he's listening out there.
Yeah, pros up to Healy, man.
See, a lot of drivers want to get back there.
Yeah, we're going to get back to green flag racing, though, here. The 77 big start. The 99 of Josh Clemens also going to get off to a big start.
Yeah, I saw a big stack up back there. Everybody looks like they got it rolling now, but Doug Neal getting out to a really big gap.
Yeah, Robinson in that 24 machine, big drive on the outside lane. He's now going to come up the back bumper of that 16 and Jody set. It looked like for a second, oh, the 94 Bobby Hall Jr. big up the track.
Look at that, Malcolm Proctor on that inside of that 94. Looks like 94 going to pull up to that bottom lane as well. So we're going to try to cut that momentum off here from that 9. Whoa, the 11 of Cody Farrell getting into Jason Bridges.
Jason Bridges up the track.
Oh, the 11 just drove it in there really hot. Got into that back quarter panel. Oh my goodness, that's fortunate that the Jason Bridges machine was able to get it under control, but that was unfortunate there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back and see that one. Oh, 11 has gonna serve. It's gonna have to serve a passive penalty, Cody Farrell. Caution's out. Caution's out. 48 Robert Richards around.
Oh, I wonder if he had an incident before. Like before. Or if it was just a self-spin here. We'll see. Looks like just a self-spin from that 48. Yeah, it looks like he just got in there. Oh, yeah, just got in there. Look, I know exactly what happened. He got in there, got on the brakes too hard. When he got on it, it just sends that rear end around. You unload that rear end. You settle all the weight to the front of the truck, and it just sends the rear end around. It becomes basically a feather, and it doesn't want to grip anymore. Go on board here with Robert Richards. Just listen to what happens.
Oh, he downshifted.
Oh, there you go. See, that's what it was. He downshifted.
Spun the rear up.
Yeah, just spun the rear up. Robert Richards trying to get on that downshift early, but just unfortunate, man. The 48 trying to get that leg up, but just getting that rear end around off that downspin or that downshift. So 48, no harm, no foul. He's gonna be able to get out there and keep digging. Also, we'll go back and see that little tap there from that Jason Bridges.
Yeah, I want to go back and see that. As Chris is trying to find it at the moment. Ed Osborne is your lucky dog as you see him go back by. He's going to get himself back on the lead lap. Doug Neal, though, out in the lead. Bobby Hull Jr. currently got himself back in second, trying to get back up here and lead this race. And 99 of Josh Clemens doing an excellent job. Him and Matyszewski both up 14 and 15 spots. Combined up 29 spots together. So these drivers are sitting in that third and fourth spot. And the 99 is 72. So Matyszewski and Clemens, good run from both of those boys. Wes Wiggin going to be sitting in that fifth spot currently. He started this race in 10th, currently got himself up 5 spots. The 22 is Scott Madden after some early contact with Travis Twitty way back. He's got himself up 21 spots. He's currently sitting in that 6th position. As it looks like we do got that replay ready here. We'll see what happened between Bridges and Farrell here in turn 1 earlier.
Yeah, it looks like the 11 might have just went in a little hot there. The 34 looks like he was riding his lane. Just looks like the 11 might have just
got in a little bit over his head. I mean, especially with the 9 there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he turned up into him or anything. You see that little bit of a wiggle? I'm going to say I know exactly what that little bit of a wiggle is. That little bit of a right turn. There's a little bit of a bump right there in the center of turn 1. And when you get on that little bit of a bump, if you're getting on the brakes, it will shift the weight of the truck right. And that's what happened with what's his name? Robert Richards. That's exactly what happened. So you see him getting in there, just getting in a little hotter than he should have. And he hits that little bit of a bump, and it sends that car right. And then he's got nowhere to go except for into the 34 Bridges. Now Bridges luckily was able to save that machine. He was able to get it into the wall, keep it going straight, but the 11 just lost all of his momentum there and drifted up into the wall. Jason Bridges is going to have to bring that 34 High Side Motorsports machine down pit lane, get a little bit of damage repair.
As the pace lights will be off, we'll be going back to some green flag racing here. 30 laps to go when they hit the stripe. So you're going to see all the marbles go out. Everybody's going to be getting ready to go racing here for real. We'll see all these drivers try to get those positions they want. Now it's going to be interesting to see if Doug Neal's going to do what we know he's been able to do all season and go out there and just dominate in the lead, or if it's going to be that 94 Bobby Hall Jr., who was dominating this race so early. If he's going to go out there and grab that lead back from Doug Neal, we will see that 77 Simbox machine of Doug Neal and that 94 Bobby Hall Jr. go to battle here in just one moment. Be 30 laps to go here as they come through 3 and 4. Bobby Matuszewski, Josh Clemens, Wes Wiegand, and Scott Madden all wanting something to say about this too. You see Dakota Shepard, Logan Russell, the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. and that 10 of Travis Twitty rounding out your top 10. As these boys are getting ready to go back green here. Pace car off. Green flag in the hand of the waver, just getting ready to go. Or excuse me, the flag man just getting ready to wave it. And there he goes. Green flag is out, and we are driving. The 77 of Doug Neal going to get off to a good restart. Some right rear quarter panel damage you see on that 77 machine. As into turn number 1, that 72 of Bobby Matuszewski. Big drive in from the 94 as well. I was going to say from the 72, but the 94 right up to the back bumper of the 77.
Yeah, a little bit of a wiggle
as
from
off
the 77.
of turn 1, here comes that 94 down the back straightaway, down turn 2. And he's going to be too wide. Good drive out from the 94, Bobby Hall Jr.
Really
He's
good
going to get a
drive
big drive into turn 3. As it's going to be the 94 now back into the lead. So you're going to see now Doug Neal in that 77 Simbox machine. He's going to be reaching over to that Simbox button box, pressing that radio button and saying, what the heck? Where'd that speed come from? He's going to be trying to replicate it here, and obviously you can tell that 94 Bobby Hall Jr. knows how to get around here and get around here fast.
Yeah, that 94 is definitely on a completely different strategy than everybody else. You see Bobby Hall Jr. definitely getting on that loud pedal, getting out in front of everybody, doing a really good job with 28 laps to go here. The 94 doing a damn good job getting out into the lead, but Doug Neal still hanging on to him, only about 9/10 back now from that 94. So definitely 94 is got a little bit of speed. As I want to say, Doug Neal, yeah, he came down pit lane at lap 39, so he's on a lot older tires. Bobby Hall Jr. came down at lap 60, so he's got 13 old tires, while Doug Neal
only took gas though last time.
Yeah, Matuszewski only took gas. So
77 in this time.
Yeah, Doug Neal
definitely
seeing that older tire starting to bite him in the head. Yeah, as you also hear Josh Clemens coming down, his last pit stop was lap 45. So those guys going to go ahead and pull the trigger together. So Jason Bridges, after that little bit of a fiasco back there a couple of laps ago, still got himself up in a good position. He's up in that 8th spot. But his teammate, team owner Travis Twitty, all over that back bumper. He's seen him get into the corner. Whoa! As I say that, want to say that was
just went up.
Yeah, I want to say the 16.
Joey Doucette, Nakamai Proctor.
Yeah, I want to say the 16 and Joey Doucette, Nakamai Proctor just got into each other as we were looking back. We'll go back here and see if we can find out what happened.
Why SDK when you click on the person being crashing? Oh, it looks like...
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit of tightness, looseness.
That just looked like a pure racing incident. I don't think that was really anybody's fault there.
Looks like the 9 was trying to come down. Yeah, it looks like he got on the corner pedal and it just pushed him back up. Or maybe he just, yanked it really hard to the right to keep him from getting on that door panel of 16.
Nah, the wheel was still turning left. I think it might have been a little bit of net code because the 16 has absolutely no damage.
Yeah, but
Bobby Matuszewski, Chris, earlier when we interviewed him for the stage, was saying, "No, I don't got the speed to go up here and run with the leaders, I don't think." But I got him a little bit wide out of 2, but he's out there only a 2nd and a 10th back. Now under a 2nd to Bobby Hall Jr. He's starting to put some pressure, Chris. Bobby Matuszewski might have just found something. And that 72 earlier saying he didn't think he had the speed. I think the chef is getting ready to cook up this field.
Yeah, definitely has a lot of speed in that 72 right now. He's definitely showing some speed. But I want to say also, Scott
Wrecking
Madden.
in 3.
It looks like Logan T. Smith around. He's going to go ahead and disconnect. I want to say he alt F4 instantly or had a back to
Nah,
pits.
he didn't alt F4. He just backed the pit.
Oh, it looks like he was getting up on the 113, and he's just had to hit the brakes really hard. See if he collects anybody else. Everybody gonna get it slowed up. But he just went ahead and went back to pits. Looks like he was just trying to avoid that 113. Yeah, really hard on the brakes there. Unsettled the truck. Didn't get any damage from it, so I don't know why he pulled it back to the pits. Had a little bit of a bump. Maybe that was just a frustration back to pits. Unfortunate there for that 85 of Logan Smith, though.
Then, not gonna lie to you, my SDK and iRacing obviously not communicating well. I didn't see a single bit of that accident, so I just had to picture it kind of in my head. As it looks like everybody is gonna come down pit road, Chris. Should be our last pit stop of the night.
Yeah, everybody pulling that virtual trigger. Going to go ahead and bring those cars down pit lane. Get that those 4 sets of Goodyear Eagles. Get that Suffocate fuel in those tanks. So that way they can get out here and race this out. For this last couple of times, you see Bobby Matuszewski's trying to push the 94. Trying to say, hey, man, we got to go. We got to go. As I want to say, Daniel Worthington looks like he might have had an issue. Oh, it's just where everybody's slowing up from the pit lane. That's what it is. Okay, everybody just getting slowed up. SDK saying they crashed. But right now, Bobby Hall Jr. coming down pit lane. He's in that pit stop. Kel Robinson right behind him. Chris Blanchard going to assume the lead here, but we're going to watch.
Here comes the chef.
We're going to watch and see Bobby Matuszewski, see if he gets out in front of everybody. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, Bobby Hall Jr. going to beat him out. So Matuszewski going to pull himself out in that 3rd spot. Scott Madden, who has had a lot of really unfortunate things go his way, still up in that 4th spot, up 23 positions. So Scott Madden, man, you have not hanged your head at all tonight, and you're showing it, man. You're up here in 4th spot. Good on you, Scott Madden, and Mikael Robinson in that 5th spot. Looks like he's had a little bit of incident here early on in the race. You saw him get rear-ended there from, I want to say, the 88 of West Wigan. So Wigan, excuse me. And gave him a little bit of rear-end damage there, but looks like he's got it situated out. Mikael Robinson still up in that top 5. West Wigan in 6th. Logan Russell in 7th. Jason Bridges in 8th. Joey Doucette in 9th. And Dakota Shepard going to round out your top 10.
Yeah, it's like I said, that should be your last pit stops. It looks like that 19 machine Blanchard going to pull it down pit road. So that will give the lead back to that 94. Bobby Hall Jr., Bobby Matuszewski going to be in that 2nd spot. So it's going to be an all Bobby front row as they bring it back to the green flag here in just a moment. But as we should be coming back with, I want to say, 20 to go exactly, or about 19 to go. Either way, this race is about to get intense. These boys have been turning it up in the midfield. I'm expecting the guys here in the front now to really race aggressively. You're going to see these drivers right here on this restart give it everything they got. This is going to be the best chance they've got here in the last 20 or so to, get up here, maybe lead this race, possibly win the race. This is where I think you're going to see the guys go all in, and put all the chips on the table. This is it. If you're not a gambling man at this point of the race, I really don't think you've got much of a shot. We're going to see a lot of guys take a lot of risks that maybe they wouldn't take earlier. Here in these last 20, you're going to see it come to life. As it looks like it will be 19 to go when we hit the stripe to go green.
Yeah,
Matuszewski went down pit road. I just realized that. I wonder if they're not going to make it on pit or fuel, and he pitted because of that.
I wonder. It's an interesting play there from the chef. We'll see if he has anything to offer here in a minute. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the Facebook and YouTube chat. I want to say a big shout out to Fast Action 99. He says, "Let's go, boys," over on the YouTube chat. And then I see Michael and CJ Grooms over in the Facebook chat. Just want to give a big shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all having y'all on that Facebook and everybody out there in that Facebook, YouTube. Really give a big shout out to everybody out there. Who's everybody got to go and win it? I see it there, them talking about who they think is going to win. Who everybody thinks is going to win?
As the pace car going to be off, 19 to go when they hit the stripe. Who will it be as these drivers? We're not 100% sure if they will make it on fuel. We saw Matyszewski just surrender second place to pit. He's now sitting in that 16th spot. Will that be the strategy that wins him the race, or is he just a crazy man coming down pit road there at lap number 80, excuse me, and surrendering that second place spot? But right now it's going to be Bobby Hall Jr. off to a good start, as he's currently got himself about 6/10 out on that Scott Madden machine. Michael Robinson in that 24 going to be rolling up behind that 22. You're going to see that 88 of West Wigan. That 34, Jason Bridges trying to recover after that early contact.
Yeah, Scott Madden, though, up into that second position, doing a good job, up 25 spots. Can't really complain about that, but he's under attack now from that 24 of Mikael Robinson moving on the inside. So let's see if going into turn 3, if that 22 is going to give it up. It looks like he will. The 24 now on that tear, back up to the 94. Mikael Robinson really wanting to show, hey man, I'm still in this race. Also the 94 Jason Bridges, who is in that little bit of an incident, currently working his way up into that 5th spot. But I want to say Bobby Hall Jr. just set the fastest lap of the session, 34.21. So a good drive, actually 40.20. So a good drive from that Bobby Hall machine. Oh my goodness, that was a really fast lap.
Especially in race trim.
Yeah, especially in race trim, exactly.
There's 16 to go this time. The 94 extending that lead by just a little bit. We'll see if he's able to hold on to that lead here in the closing laps, or what's going to come of that 94's race here. As you see the 74, or 72, excuse me, of Matyszewski pulling the back bumper of the 43 of Joshua McKinney. As he's going to make that pass, currently sitting in that 14th spot. As that'll roll him up into 13th with that pass. He's going to be behind Ron Morris Jr. now, your Daytona opening winner. You see Joey Doucette making a pass on the 34 of Jason Bridges.
Yeah, let's see if he can make it stick. The 34 doing a good job riding all down on that door, though. Keeping that 16 under check. The 16 going to have to get out of it. Jason Bridges might have to run down the stretch. Let's see, going into turn 3. We'll see if that 16 has it set up. You see him trying to get up there on that quarter panel. Slow that 34 up. It looks like 16 and Joey Doucette going to have that pass for 5th. So now Jason Bridges is going to come under attack from that 2 machine of Logan Russell. We'll see if he has anything. But right now, let's go back up here and see Scott Madden still in that 3rd spot, up 24 spots. So got a couple of spots in the last time we talked to him. You saw that 24 get around him. So he lost that 2nd position. Whoa, as you see Mikael Robinson coming out of the turn 2, getting really loose, having to go really wishy-washy. Right now, Bobby Hall Jr. got about an 8/10, 9/10 gap on that 24 machine. So we'll see if that 24 Mikael Robinson can do anything to tuck that gap up just a little bit. But doesn't really look like he has anything to offer for him right now. Might just be running a conserve line, trying to conserve that fuel. We'll see if the 72 of Bobby Matyszewski, as it looks like he's getting around a couple other people. As we'll see if he has the pit strategy here, coming down pit lane earlier, getting a little bit of fuel. You see the 42 of Ed Osborne there blinking. He is currently a lap down. So like we said, if you see a couple of drivers blinking on track, iRacing is having a little bit of an issue. They did have the servers actually crash on them Monday, excuse me, I want to say it was last Wednesday actually. Didn't know if we were going to be able to do the Cup race last Wednesday, and they got it back going, so they've been having issues ever since then. So you see a couple of drivers blinking, that's what it is. But since we're already past the halfway point, if something were to happen, that would be the end of the race. You see Ed Osborne just disappeared there in front of the 72 of Matuszewski. As there he is now. Whoa! Just a pop-up there for the 72. I know if I was in that car, that would be a really scary sight in front of you. Going back up on board here with that 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. Now out to a second and 1/10 gap between him and that 24 of Mikael Robinson. So now, if Robinson wants to, get up here and start tangoing for that first position, he's going to have to do it now. You would be expecting that 24 to be hoping for a caution. Hopefully he would be able to catch back up, get lined up, maybe judge when that 94 would jump, or hope for some kind of penalty or something to get that 94 out of the way. Because whenever you're a driver like that, you just got that one driver you can't get past, it can definitely get under your skin. But right now, Robert Richards now putting the 34 Jason Bridges under fire. So Jason Bridges, just after that contact that he had with that 11 of Cody Verrill, just not having the best turn of events here. He is just starting to fall back a little bit, but doing a good job with that damage is that 34. So don't hang your head too low on it, Jason. If you go back and watch this, man, don't hang your head on it, man. That's just those things that happen.
10 laps to go, Chris. We'll see that 22 machine of Scott Madden come under pressure now to Joey Doucette. Looks like down the front straightaway, this is for the race. For that final podium spot, Joey Doucette going to pull it to the inside lane. And looks like he might have the drive with the 22. He had the drive through the middle of the corner, but out of exit 2. It's going to be the 16 to Doucette sliding up in front of Madden. As down the back straightaway here with 9 laps to go. Joey Doucette going to move himself up into that final podium step. A much needed position to gain that extra few points. Getting closer and closer here to the round of 16.
Yeah, Joey Doucette, that Misfits Motorsports number 16. He's doing a good job. I know Homestead, so knows how to get up here and get into that, that first position. So Joey Doucette trying to get up here, battle it out with those first two, but it looks like he's got about a second 9/10 gap between him and that second place. So Joey Doucette going to have a lot of work if he's going to catch that 24. Right now, Bobby Hall Jr. starting to come under attack from Mikael Robinson. He's now got it down to a second. So we'll see if Bobby Hall can hold off that 24, if the 24's got anything left in that tank.
Yeah, we'll see if Robinson can make it 2 podiums in 2 weeks back-to-back, or if he's going to fall back here and possibly lose those last couple positions. I mean, 6 laps to go here. Technically 7 laps, racing laps to go here. We'll see if our podium is going to stay the same or if we're going to have a change. It looks like Madden now already got a second gap to Doucette, so that 16 machine obviously has something that 22 doesn't. Maybe the 22 burned up that equipment early, but right now as your podium sits, it's going to be Bobby Hall Jr., Mikael Robinson, and Joey Doucette.
Yeah, you're seeing Bobby Hall Jr. Trying to just hold on to that little bit of a gap he's got between him and that 24. Mikael Robinson is, like we said, 6 laps to go. If you've got anything left in that tank, this is where you're going to have to throw it out. This is where you're going to have to start going, hey, I got a line that I haven't shown. I know New Hampshire last year, I want to say it was Alex Huffman. He showed me a line that I never thought existed at New Hampshire. I went out and got 3rd place in my league series with it. So, sometimes you just got those lines that that nobody else can run. So we'll see if Mikael Robinson's got that little extra oomph that he needs under the, whoa, as you see him getting really loose, he's losing time now. He's starting to push really hard, now down to a 2.5 seconds. 24 just really starting to fall off. If he doesn't start getting it under control here, Joey Doucette, who's now under a second behind him, he's going to come under fire for that second position. We might have a battle for second here before the race is over.
Yeah, Joey Doucette's moving. 6 tenths now, 5 tenths. He's going to be there to the 24. 4 laps to go in this race. And you're going to see the 16 now pull it out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Upshifted into 4th gear. As that's probably one of the weirdest sections wall-wise in the ovals on
really
the IRacing
is.
platform. It's so weird. I don't know why it's there. But either way, 5/10 now through turns 3 and 4. As Mikhail Robinson going to get his way out of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Scraped the wall a little bit. That might lose him just a little bit of a time right there, just maybe a tenth, and every little tenth matters here. As into 1 and 2, 3 to go, Chris. Bobby Hall Jr., he's got lap traffic behind him.
Yeah, this is not gonna be good for that 24 unless these two drivers get out of the way. I want to say that was Brian Terry and the 58. I know Brian Terry, being the gentleman racer he is, he's going to always get out of the way. That's going to open up the door for Joey Doucette, who's now under 0.3 of a second. But now he's got that Brian Terry machine. Oh, in front of him, you see that 16 having to cut down off of Brian Terry. There was nothing he could do about that. But woo! Yep, 2 to go. We're going to see. You're going to see it here. We're going to see if Joey Doucette's got anything to give that 24 now. Because Bobby Hall is out to now a 2nd and 8/10 gap. Bobby Hall pretty much got this under wraps. Jason Bridges down pit lane. That's unfortunate.
I don't know if Doucette's got anything left in the tank for him. But Bobby Hall Jr. is going to see the white flag this time by. As this race is official. Next flag ends at white flag for Bobby Hall Jr. We'll see him drive it off into 1 and 2. And we'll see a last effort attempt for that 2nd place finish here from Joey Doucette as he's going to try to get past this 24 Chevy of Robinson. As down the back straightaway they go. This is it. The 16 has to make the pass. He has to make it here.
Does he have it? Doesn't look like it. Bobby Hall Jr. going to win the battle at the Gateway 100. Mikhail Robinson going to finish in that 2nd place position. And Joey Doucette going to finish in 3rd. So it looked like that 16.
Good race.
Yeah, good race. Looked like that 16 had a little bit to offer there at the end. But got right up to the back bumper of the 24. But did the gentleman's thing. Didn't do the bump and run. Just let it go. And so Mikhail Robinson going to finish in 2nd. Joey Doucette in 3rd. But Bobby Hall Jr. going to finish in that 1st spot. Good on that 94. You see everybody pulling up to that back bumper, giving that celebratory bump. But the 94 going to pull it around to that front stretch to give the fans that burn it down.
Bobby Hall Jr. doing the old school burnout. Just hold it to the right and floor it. As we're going to get ready and go through your post-race results here. As that graphic is up on your screen now, we'll see Bobby Hall Jr. picking up the win here at the battle at the Gateway. Excuse me. Sorry, I was listening to race control. But it's going to be Mikhail Robinson picking up that 2nd place with Joey Doucette 3rd. Robert Richards 4th. Wes Wiggin 5th with Logan Russell in 6th. 7th going to go to Scott Madden with Dakota Shepard going to that 8th spot. Travis Twitty going to pick up 9th. Good run from Twitty here tonight. Bobby Matuszewski going to pick up 10th with Cody Verrill in 11th. Doug Neal in that 12th spot with Christopher Blanchard in 13th. Josh McKinney going to be in 14th with that Brian Terry machine in 15th. Akamai Proctor in 16th with 17th going to Ron Morris Jr. Jason Bridges is going to pick up 18th with Josh Cummins 19th. 20th going to go to Ed Osborne. David Brackett 21st with Logan T. Smith 22nd. Anthony Stevens 23rd. 24th going to go to Daniel Worthington. 25th going to go to Josh Lockwood. 26th CJ Mason. 27th is going to be Taylor Peacock, and he is going to round out your field. It looks like we are waiting for your final driver, Bobby Hall Jr., to get to the staging area, and we will get these post-race interviews going here. Bobby Hall Jr., Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. Got a copy, buddy?
What's up, buddies?
Not much, man. Just watching that 94 machine here tonight go through the works. I mean, we saw you dominate early race, have to work your way back through here, just a little bit of traffic, and hey, picked up a very solid win. That 94 machine looked solid, and it's good to see Bobby Hall Jr. into victory lane here for the first time this season.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. I tried practicing a couple times and just couldn't get the rhythm. And I was almost gonna sit out this week and just chill, hang out, do some stuff, but team's like, you gotta do it. You gotta show these guys, some redemption.
Well, it's good to see, that Bobby Hall Jr. machine was, able to come out and pick up that win. After thinking about taking the week off, it's good to see, you come in here and pick up win number 1 on the season. That's got to feel good, especially, picking up win number 1 to get that monkey off the back and kind of, maybe breathe a little bit and think, hey, going into the playoffs here now, I got a little bit of momentum rolling.
Oh yeah. I thought I stepped on my foot when decided to pit with, I don't know, lap 62 or so. I was like, man, I hope I didn't make the wrong decision. But cautions played to favor and got out front quick, and I just started backing up, saving tires and fuel, and just focusing.
Yeah, it looked like there for a moment that 24 machine was going to have a little bit of a run up there to you at the end, but you were able to hold him off, grab race victory number 1, and I got to say, Bobby, it was a good run from yourself, and hey, it was exciting to watch. All the racing out there tonight, all the little bit of the cautions we had. It was just stacking the field back up, bringing the action back, and we got to see a lot of good passing, a lot of good racing, especially from yourself. And race victory number 1, again, got to say, awesome job from yourself. And if you've got any final words, final thoughts, shout outs, anything before we let the 94 machine go here tonight, you're more than welcome to throw them out there.
Well, thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank Jason and you guys for trying to do the best you can with this league. For a guy who doesn't know much about league racing, it's pretty badass. I like it. I'm gonna tell a lot of friends about it. Team Flex, same thing. We discussed pit strategies and 2 tires, no tires, and all that. Especially Dakota and Dan and Wes. Sorry for Alan, he couldn't make it tonight for some reason. Shout out to the guys in South for the tornado and stuff. I know Alex couldn't race with us because misfortunes down there. Hope it's all good down there. I was kind of hoping to race against Jason tonight and see what he's got, but another day, another time, I guess. And like I said, I'm gonna pop open my bottle of water and celebrate.
Well, heck yeah, man. It's been a heck of a night.
Yes, it was. I mean, like I said, that one caution, I thought I was done for. I was thinking, maybe a top 5, but just got lucky.
Hey, well, sometimes you need a little bit of luck on your side, man. And hey, tonight it was a little bit of luck, but a lot of driver skill. And got to say, it was awesome watching you pick up win number 1, man. And hey, again, congratulations, Bobby. We'll hopefully see you after the driver break, picking up or I should say the Christmas break. We'll call it the driver Christmas break, whatever we want to call it. But either way, we'll hopefully see you after that, keeping this momentum rolling. And Hey, it's nice to see that 94 pick up the first one of the season and show awesome pace here tonight.
Right, right. Yeah, Christmas, and got my birthday the day after Christmas, so a little partying going on, and start practicing on the next couple tracks with the team and see what we can do.
Heck yeah, man. Well, excited to see what you boys got lined up for us here in the upcoming races. Hopefully, after the break, we'll see the 94 coming back in full stride. And other than that, gotta say congratulations once more, and we'll be seeing you hopefully again up here in the Bluegrass booth.
That's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully, a couple more team members can join me.
Heck yeah. Well, again, good night, Bobby, and we'll be seeing you later, man.
Later, guys.
All right, and that was Bobby Hall Jr., your first place finisher. Gonna go ahead and bring in. We'll figure out if it's Mikhail or Michael. Hopefully, he won't be having mic issues this time, but we're gonna bring in that 24 machine. Have a word with your second place finisher. Mikhail Robinson, this is Chris and Josh up at the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
So I do, guys. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man.
Doing good, man. Okay, to get the monkey off of our back real quick, is it Mikkel Robinson or Michael Robinson?
It's Michael
Okay,
Robinson.
Michael. Okay, didn't know how to pronounce it, so just wanted to get that
Do
monkey
apologize
off our back.
about.
Yeah.
Do apologize about it as much as we've
Yeah,
mispronounced
we've
it.
been saying Mikkel Robinson the whole time. We were gonna ask you the last time, and I think you were having mic issues or something, so we didn't get to ask you. But hey, we got it figured out now. Michael Robinson, Chris and Josh in the booth. Do you have a copy, man?
Yes, I do.
All right, so we're gonna get this going now, man. You have really shown a lot of pace these last couple of races, and to get up there in that second place, you were battling it out with Bobby Hall Jr. there a lot early on in that race, and you had a really good truck under you. We saw what looked like the 88 got into the back bumper there, into going into turn one. But you had a really strong truck underneath you. What was in your mind after that little bit of a bump, and maybe, or if it was a bump, and after all of that ensued, all those cautions and everything. How were you able to maintain your calmness and keep driving and everything through all that?
Just keep calm. Just keep my head straight. Don't have to worry about it. The 88. He bumpy, but it's not no problem. That's how everything is. So little check up here and there. But the truck, I was fine. I just got to think to Jeremiah. He told me where to run at. And the 94, he was quicker than us. He was quicker than here and there in turn 3 and 4. And I'm just happy of the momentum we have it right now. So just get that number one spot we could get.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. This is one of those tracks that I've driven on a few times in league races, and I know it's one of those things. Like I was saying, it's just you just want that one guy to get out in front of you, because there's one person where you're sitting in second place, you got a gap on third place, you're doing really good, but there's always that one person that gets in front of you and you just can't catch. But that was one of those things we were talking about during the thing, man. You had that little bit of damage, but you didn't hang your head at it. You didn't let it hold your head down. So, you came back, you battled up into that second place. You had Joey Doucette, starting to really eat on that door panel there, that last couple of laps. So good job holding off Joey Doucette. He's one of those drivers, man, you don't want to have on your back bumper, because he'll eat you alive.
Yeah, exactly. Because when I seen it, he was catching. It was like, okay. I got to defend him instead of just wearing the 94 ahead of me. So, but it was a good race for us. It was really great job with Jeremiah, like I said, and just can't wait to do the next one. Just hope next time I just get in that that winning circle.
Yeah, man. That's one thing. We always say it every weekend. You got second place, and I know it's one of those things that it really stings when you've got a fast truck underneath you, and you know that you can do really good. But hey, you got second place in a group of talent that not a lot of people can get in and say, "Hey, I got a podium in Bluegrass." Because I'm not, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a part of Bluegrass. I'm saying that because these guys are talented in Bluegrass. So just to get a second place in this plethora of talent that's in here, man, That is nothing to hang your hat at. But hey, Michael, since we got to get to this third place position, just gonna go ahead and if you've got any final words, any final thoughts, shout outs before we let you go, man, you can go ahead and throw them out here, and we'll get you out of here.
I just want to give a shout out just to Jeremiah. He gave me this opportunity. We've been back since like NASCAR and Salon NASCAR 14 days. So I'm just happy to have this opportunity. Without him, nothing will be anything possible. So I just shout out to
Nice.
him.
Nice. Well, hey, man, it's good to have you here in this series. As I just noticed, I had the wrong name pulled up, but good to have you here in this series, Michael. Jeremiah, he's that person that you definitely want in your ear when you're trying to do this. So, I know he really appreciates that. But hey, man, Michael, good to talk to you here. And congratulations on the second place, man. Hopefully, we can carry that momentum into the next race after the Christmas break.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
All right, man. You have a good night.
All right.
All right, and that was that 24 of Michael Robinson. Now that we know his name, we can we can actually say it right
say
now.
it and not sound like buffoons.
Yeah, say it right, not sound dumb when we're saying it. So that was that 24 of Michael Robinson. We're gonna go ahead and get that 16 of Joey Doucette, your third place finisher. Joey Doucette, Chris and Josh up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy, guys.
Hey, man, you pulled out that third place spot. Like we were just talking about with Michael, you were starting to pull up to that back bumper of him. Really on that last lap. Do you we saw you really start to even out there towards the end. You pulled up 6 positions there at the end, so you were able to hold it together, but you just weren't able to make that move on that 24, man. But hey, really good spirited job. What was going through your head those last couple of laps? Did you have a move you were trying to get? Because like I said in the stream, man, you could have put the bumper to him. You could have really gave it to him, but you did the gentleman's thing. You didn't put the bumper to him. You let him finish it out, and that's the best way to race. But was there anything in that brain going, okay, if I don't do this or I don't do that, was there any other way you were going to try to get around him?
No. In my brain, it was basically going to give him the bumper. I wanted to give him the bumper. I got close enough, and I was like, you know what? But if you went around, I'd feel bad because I don't want to race that way, and I don't want anybody to race me like that either. But yeah, all in all, it was a good night. I mean, I wish Bobby had a great night. Robinson had a great night. I mean, them guys were just in a different area code, so
Yeah, they're towards the end, like we were saying. You got up to it was about 2 or 3 laps to go, and you really started to get up on the back of Michael's back bumper. And we were even saying in the stream, if you had anything to offer, was gonna be now. And we saw you get up there on that last lap, get up to that back bumper, and I was telling Josh, I was like, I don't know. I had the mic muted. I was like, I don't know if he's gonna put the bumper to him. I don't know. And then we saw you pull through that corner. You didn't do it. We were like, all right, yep, take the gentleman's way out. I can appreciate that. So, hey, man, I wouldn't hang your head at third place, though. Like I just got done telling Michael, with the plethora of talent that's in this league, I wouldn't hang my head at a top 10.
No, top 3 for the team. It was a great night. I mean, I'm not hanging my head. I knew what I had to do. Even if like I said in the last three laps there, if I gave him the bumper and I wrecked him and he even collected me, then there goes my points night. So I'll take a third any day. Yeah, and these guys are tough. Everybody in this league is tough. From Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks, they're all great talent, and we put on a great show for you guys. So.
Yeah, man, that was definitely a really great show up here in the booth. We were watching it. Everything kind of got spread out. We knew that was what was going to happen. This is one of those tracks that you either have it or you don't. There is no in between with it's not a short track, but I like to consider it a short track because there's a lot of heavy braking. So you got to really be on your game. You got to really be on the edge of the knife, as I always say. So it's one of those things where, this track is really hard to get on it. So you're either on it or you're not. And you seemed like you were on it, but you weren't able to get around that 24. But hey, man, like we said, wouldn't hang that head at third place. But, Joey, we've had you up here in the booth a couple of times this season, and we're happy to have you up here in third place. But if there's any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything you want to throw out before we let you go, you are more than welcome to throw them out there.
Just my team, Misfits, Chris, Ed, Taylor, Jason. Warrior Raps Racing is what I also go under with, and our sponsors are Tough Ring, Simpro, No Sweat, Pulse Poppers, ButtKicker, Breams Bugs. Them guys are great. Warrior Raps Racing. If you need a wrap, go see Nick and Nathan over there. And I just want to send my thoughts and prayers out to the people in Kentucky that were affected by that tornado this week, and just hopefully they can rebound from this, and Kentucky strong.
Yes, sir. We do also send our thoughts and prayers out. We were going to talk about it earlier before we got on, but just ran into a little bit of hiccups as we normally do. But we got it settled out. But hey, good shout out on that, Joey. That's we also echo that too. Our thoughts and prayers go out to anybody that was affected by that. But hey, Joey, we really appreciate you taking the time out of your night to come up here and have a word with us. We really appreciate you, doing a good job, man, holding on to that third place spot, and hopefully going into New Hampshire after this Christmas break, you'll have some new tricks up that sleeve, and we can get to talk to you again.
Home track, I got to do good there.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. But Joey, man, good to have you up here in that third place spot, and congratulations on that. Hopefully, we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Next race.
Yeah, I got it. You guys have a Merry Christmas, guys.
All right, you too, man.
All right, later.
All right, and that was Joey Doucette, our final interview of the night. As we saw a great race here tonight at Worldwide, we saw a lot of action, a lot of drivers really making up some positions and getting the finishes they deserved. It's good to see Bobby Hall Jr. pick up win number 1 on the season. And Chris, if you've got any final words before we let the Bluegrass faithful go, you're more than welcome to give your final thoughts for tonight.
Yeah, just a big shout out to Jason. Sorry if we seem a little off tonight. I think there's a stomach bug going around. Josh and I's throats are kind of feeling sore right now. As the night was going on, started just kind of feeling under the weather here. So really do appreciate everybody that's come out here on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. We really do appreciate all you guys showing up, talking, and communicating, everything going on. Just big shout out to the Bluegrass faithful, all the people in Bluegrass, everybody that does everything in the background. Jason Collins, as always. All the sponsors, LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Kinder Performance Group, and Rims One. Just a big shout out to them for always being awesome, always giving us the opportunity to do this. And then just you can't wait for the race, the next truck race at New Hampshire, but can't forget that we do have the Road America Xfinity races tomorrow and Wednesday night, so we can't miss those. So make sure to check us out here tomorrow night as we take those on. But everybody out in the truck world, we hope y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Indeed. Well, Facebook, make sure to hit that like button. YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. And we will be seeing you guys tomorrow night at Road America for the Xfinity race, 9 p.m. Other than that, good night, and we will be seeing you at Road America.